If you're a registered nurse from Nigeria, Philippines, India, New Zealand, Australia, United States, United Kingdom, Jamaica, and Ireland, the College of Registered Nurses of Alberta has opened its doors for you so you can get your license easily. Hi, my name is Kike, registered nurse and nurse educator here in Canada. In today's video, I'll be covering in detail all you need to know as an internationally educated nurse to register for your nursing license in the province of Alberta. Right now, I am sharing my screen directly from the College of Registered Nurses of Alberta. So look at this news here. This was published April 4, 2023. New pathways to nursing licensure in Alberta. So the CRNA is transforming its application process to make it faster and more affordable for internationally educated nurses seeking licensure in Alberta effective April 4. So if we look at this news here, so this new process offers applicants who have passed the NCLEX, who can demonstrate good standing and good character, and who are currently registered in one of the 9 countries listed below, eligibility to apply directly to the CRNA for a nursing permit. So prior to this, you could only apply for a permit by going through the nnas, that's the National Nursing Assessment Service, which can take up to like 1 year or more, right? So, but with this new pathway, guys, you can apply directly to the CRNA for a nursing permit if you have passed your NCLEX exam and if you can demonstrate good standing and good character. Good standing and good character simply means that you don't have any outstanding complaint against you and you don't have any restrictions on your license that can prevent you from getting licensed with the CRNA, okay? So let's move down here. So you might be wondering, so what are these countries? So the jurisdictions accepted under this new pathway are the United States, the Philippines, India, the United Kingdom, Australia, Nigeria, Jamaica, New Zealand, and Ireland. This represents 94% of internationally educated nurses who have applied for licensure in Alberta in the past 5 years. You might be wondering, so I haven't passed the NCLEX exam yet. Will I be eligible for this pathway? Yes, absolutely yes. Look at this paragraph here. Internationally educated nurses who have not passed the exam are now eligible to complete the exam with authorization from the CRA. So even if you have not passed your NCLEX exam yet, you can still apply, okay, for a nursing permit to the CRNA, and then they will give you the authorization to write your exam. Okay, so don't worry about that. Just make sure you still apply to this pathway. And also, applicants must still meet all other registration requirements, guys. The CRNA will use the new rules to assess all applications that are in progress. Now, I'm going to show you the requirements that you need to register in Alberta as an internationally educated nurse. So this is directly from their website, April 5, 2023. So I'm bringing you the real deal here, guys. Okay, let's see here. All applicants are required to complete demographic information. So that's your personal information, date of birth, your country of residence, your address, things like that. So that includes your demographic, right? All applicants will enter this information in the CRNA's online portal called College Connect. So you'd have to create an account on College Connect, and I will show you that later. Also, registration exam, that's required. Everybody who wants to practice in Alberta must pass the registration exam. That's the NCLEX RN. That has been a requirement since 2015, okay? So, depending on what pathway you're coming in through, there are 2 options for you. Applicants who have already completed the exam need to submit evidence to the CRNA. So if you have already passed the NCLEX exam, congratulations to you. That's really awesome, okay? You just need to submit the candidate report from the NCSBN directly to the CRNA. Okay, this can be emailed directly by you. So just take a screenshot of that candidate report from the National Council of State Boards of Nursing and send it to the CRNA. Good. Then another option is applicants that wish to write the exam need to submit evidence to confirm their eligibility to receive an authorization to test. So if you have not passed the exam yet, you need to submit an evidence that shows you're eligible to write the exam. And this authorization to test will come directly from the CRNA, right? So you've bypassed NNAS, right? You're not going to NNAS through that long route anymore. So you're just going to apply to the CRNA, right, under this pathway, and then they'll give you the authorization to test. So under this pathway, one option is applicants from one of the 9 identified jurisdictions can submit a verification of registration as evidence. So if you're from one of those countries, right? Remember those countries? I will show you here quickly. So if you're from the United States, if you have, an active license in the United States, the Philippines, India, United Kingdom, Australia, Nigeria, Jamaica, New Zealand, and Ireland, then you're eligible for this pathway. Okay? All you have to do is submit a verification of registration as evidence. So if your license is expired, guys, go and reinstate your license, like right now. Go and reinstate your license so that you can take advantage of this, right? This needs to be submitted directly from the other jurisdiction. So you get a form, so a verification of registration form, once you apply, which you can then submit to your jurisdiction, to the nursing board in your jurisdiction, if you are from one of those 9 countries, right? And then they will submit that directly to the CRNA. Option 2. Applicants from any country can submit an educational credential assessment as evidence that they have completed an equivalent post-secondary program. This can be submitted directly from the applicant. So for this option 2, guys, even if you're from any country, even if you're not from any of those, 9 jurisdictions, like any country whatsoever, Morocco, Egypt, Bangladesh, Pakistan, just name it, guys. As long as you can submit an educational credential assessment as evidence that you have completed an equivalent post-secondary program. So the point of the educational credential assessment is to compare your education from your home country to the Canadian standard, the Canadian nursing education, right? So as long as you can submit that credential assessment, then you can actually apply to the CRNA directly for an authorization to test for the NCLEX. You can complete your educational credential assessment through WES or ICAS. So those are the 2 main ones that we have. But if I have any other options, I'm going to share it with you at the end of this video. So make sure you watch this video till the end. Another requirement for this new pathway for internationally educated nurses is your post-secondary education. So all applicants are required to complete equivalent post-secondary education. And there are a few options for you to meet this requirement, guys. It's so easy. Number 1, as long as you have passed your NCLEX exam and you can submit the NCS BN candidate report, remember I mentioned that previously, you're good to go. You are good to go. Number 2, if applicants are currently registered in one of the 9 identified jurisdictions, do you remember those countries I mentioned? So once you are registered, you have a current license in any of those 9 identified jurisdictions, then your post-secondary education has already been validated by your current jurisdiction, and you can submit that as evidence that you have completed equivalent post-secondary education. Super easy, guys. You just have to meet one of these options and you're good to go. The third option for you is if you have completed an educational credential assessment, this can be used as evidence. So you can submit an application to WES or ICAS so that they can verify your post-secondary education, and that can be used as evidence. Okay, so those are the three options for you here. And if you have other ways, you can click here, but I won't click that for now. I don't want this video to get too long. So those three options, they are really awesome, guys. So take advantage of that. Okay. The fourth requirement is for you to meet the English language proficiency requirement. So this is required for everybody. Number one, these are the ways you can meet this requirement. If applicants complete the registration exam in English, so that's the NCLEX exam, as long as you complete that in English, you're good to go. If you complete a post-secondary nursing education in English, guys, that's it. You don't need to do anything else. And if you have practiced nursing in English, then that's it. You have met this English language proficiency requirement. Okay? I'm sure other options here would be IELTS, CELBAN, okay? But like I'm thinking, if you come from those 9 jurisdictions, you should be good to go. You have met the English language proficiency. As long as your program was in English, you practice nursing in English, and if you have done the NCLEX already, you're good, okay? And if you don't meet any of these first three requirements, so number 4 here, you can click on that to know what other options you have. But that could be IELTS, CELBAN, right? Number 5 requirement is your currency of practice. All applicants are required to meet the currency of practice requirement. And complete details of the requirement can be found here. Okay. So if you have completed a nursing program approved by council or a program leading to re-entry to nursing practice, also known as nursing refresher program, approved by the Nursing Education Program Approval Committee, then you have met this currency of practice. So you just need one of these within the 5 complete practice years immediately before you apply. Okay, so as long as you completed a nursing program or you completed at least 1,125 hours of nursing practice. Okay, if you meet one of these two, that's awesome. You're good to go. Okay. Another options here, if you have done one of the following within the time frame specified, immediately preceding the date of the application, you may meet the requirement. If you have passed the NCLEX RN within 1 year, practiced as an RN within 3 years, completed nursing courses at a college or university level within 3 years. If you have completed any of these programs, so the RNAP or the NCAS, successfully completed a recognized nursing bridging program within 5 years. So if you meet any of these requirements, at least one of them, you're good to go. You have met the currency of practice requirement, okay? And if peradventure you don't meet any of these requirements as stated here, what you can do is complete an assessment via the Alberta Registered Nurse Assessment Program. Complete nursing hours as registered nurse in a jurisdiction where you are currently registered. Okay, so if wherever you are, you can just make sure your license is active and make sure you complete 1,125 hours of nursing practice. Okay, apply to the CRNA for the supervised practice program or complete bridging education. So these are ways for you to meet this currency of practice requirement. Moving on to number 6. Criminal record check is required for everybody. So if applicants are currently in Canada, they will complete the criminal record check using the online tool in the portal. Okay. If you have not moved to Canada, you must complete a criminal record check in your current location. And this needs to be emailed to the CRNA, and you can do that directly yourself. Okay. That's very easy. Number 7, good character. You must have good character. That's a requirement. So you will attest to this in the online portal. You remember that online portal? That's the College Connect. Okay. That's where you attest to that you have good character. Then number 8, fitness to practice. All applicants are required to complete the fitness to practice requirement. This you will do on the online portal as well. Number 9, requirement. All applicants are required to complete the jurisprudence requirement. So this will be done on the online portal. So there's two modules rather. There's two e-learning modules that you complete online. Okay. And then the last one is the liability insurance. All applicants are required to hold liability insurance to obtain a permit. All applicants will need to purchase liability insurance by clicking on the online portal. So all these last ones, you can do them online on the online portal College Connect. Okay? So it's really easy, guys. It's really, really easy. Nothing should stop you from getting your license to practice in Canada. So to apply for a permit or a nursing permit with the CRNA, College of Registered Nurses of Alberta, so you want to go to your browser and type in connect.nurses.ab.ca. Okay, connect.nurses.ab.ca. Hit enter. Okay, you land on the home page, and I'll leave the link in the description box below. Okay. And then for internationally educated nurses who have not been registered in Canada before, this is your option here. This is the pathway for you, substantial equivalence applicant. Click that. So if you need like more information or a worksheet, you can download this here, and I'll show you this later. And then you want to click 5 steps to a permit. The first step, of course, is to create your account. We talked about this. Confirm your competency, demonstrate your eligibility, prepare for practice in Alberta, pay and declare, and the application cost and all that is on this page. Okay. Now we can start our application. Okay. So let's go down here, start application. Okay. So first things first, you want to pick your permit classification. I am applying for Alberta RN permit. So the first one is what we're interested in. Next, effective date of permit. I want it to be effective as soon as possible. So I can pick tomorrow. Okay. Then your email address. Okay. You have to put in your email address. All right. Um, and then a code will be sent to that email address. So you want to log on to that email address directly. And there's a countdown to the time as well. So go to that email address. Okay. Grab the email address, just copy and paste. Okay. Perfect. Next. Want to put in your name. Okay. Put in your name. Middle name is optional. Put in your date of birth. Okay. Just find the date here. There we go. Perfect. So if you've changed your first name or last name, you have to enter the previous name below. Okay, so if you've been married, you have to enter your previous name. So your maiden name has to be here. Or if you've changed your name for any reason whatsoever, then you have to put your previous name here. Okay. Your gender, and then next. So you want to enter your home address here. Okay. So I'm just picking a random address here, okay, guys? Next. And then you want to enter, you know, the phone number for them to text your a code so they can confirm your identity. So I'm gonna put a phone number here. So you put in your phone number here, and then you click text code. You get a 6-digit code you receive by text, and then you put that confirmation number here. So because I already have an account with the College of Nurses of Alberta, CRNA, I cannot put in my phone number here. Okay, so that's what you would do. Put in your phone number, get that code, put it in here, and then you create your password. So this is all step by step, right? Create your password here, and then you would have to make payment. Okay, so that's just, I hope this gives you a good idea of how the process works. So just follow the steps step by step. All right, and if you're not in Canada, if you're in any country whatsoever, so you just put the country. Say you're from China, you put the phone number from China, correct? And then you put in the confirmation code you receive by text, and then you complete your account creation, okay? If you need to complete an education credential assessment, you would have to go through one of the following organizations to get that completed. Number one is the International Qualifications Assessment Service, ICAS, World Education Services, WES, Comparative Education Service, that's through the University of Toronto School of Continuing Studies, International Credential Assessment Service of Canada, so that's ICAS, International Credential Evaluation Service, ICES. So that's through the British Columbia Institute of Technology. So don't let this stop you guys. So make sure you're on top of your education credential assessment and then submit the evidence which needs to be comparable or somewhat comparable to the CRNA for you to get your nursing permit.